Hello and welcome to the July 2023 monthly wrap-up. I'm Peter Schneider. I'm here in the studio with Nick Huston. Hi, Nick.
Howdy.
And in Atlanta is TK. Hi, TK.
Hello, hello.
All right. Well, let's get right into it.
Let's get ready to rumble. Huge news, groundbreaking news out of Hollywood for both IATSE and the Teamsters and Basic Crafts. Agreements have been reached. IATSE's has been officially ratified by vote, and the Teamsters' tentative agreement was reached this past weekend. So hopefully that'll be going to vote soon. And more than hopefully what this means is that we will have a stable future of good, solid working environment for everybody so that we can all continue to get back to work after last year's strikes.
Yes, agreed.
So congratulations to everybody that participated in those negotiations. And hopefully everybody got a fair deal.
Yes, and back to work.
And back to work.
All right, RF over fiber. This will give you the ability to extend your wireless range by remoting your antennas through Opticon cable. So you can check out our range test video. We have a turnkey BSRF system available for rent and or sale. And the rig is currently here in Atlanta. It'll be available the 5th of August through the 9th. So contact us for an appointment. We'd love to have you come try this out, see how it works for your rig.
If you're on the fence about fiber or you feel like it's something you want to try out before you buy, it's a big investment, but I got to say, having messed with it, it really seems worth it. We did a range test with TJ and Nate, and just being able to have one person pull out a cable that's pretty light, being able to pull it out 500 feet to get an extra 500 feet of range, with people being pushed further and further away from set, that's valuable.
It's wild to me how mainstream it is now. There's a comms tech, comms genius that I know you've worked with on the reunion shows. Very, very well known for comms. He posted in a Facebook forum, any RF cable over 25 feet, he just does it over fiber now.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The line has been drawn.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
That is a very short line.
Yes. But if I trust anybody's judgment, it's his about that kind of thing.
Okay.
And it's, it's fascinating. All right. Well, moving on to batteries. Zaxcom NP50 transmitter battery. So this is a replacement for the Fuji NP50s, which were getting hard to find. And often, we would find them, but then only discover that they seem to be counterfeit. So yeah, absolutely. 6.5 hours of battery life with the ZMT4, $40 each, available now, and Zaxcom branded. Good on Zaxcom.
Good on them, absolutely. I remember a couple of months ago talking about how we couldn't get the Fuji ones anymore and to only use a different brand. And so now there are multiple options. So that's pretty cool.
Yes.
Sound Devices now has their own branded rechargeable AA batteries.
Now, you got to be careful about calling them AA's, right?
Yeah, well, because they're not just AA's.
in
They're
voltage.
AA's plus.
Yes.
Which for those of you who knew coding, I don't know what that means. But these AA's specifically are 3.7 volts. So instead of the 1.5 volts that normal AA's are, these are 3.7 volts. So they are only designed for products that can use 3.7 volt batteries, and that means the A20 transmitter. So and what that's good for is with 3 of these batteries, it's going to give you more than 10 hours of runtime. They are being sold in 2 packs of $35, and they can charge in the A20TX, and there are some other 3.7 volt chargers that we're sourcing, so stay tuned to our website for options for that. But they're orange, and orange is the new black.
I love that manufacturers are starting to brand their own batteries.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done it for a while, but the more they do it, the better for everybody, I think.
Yeah, it's nice to know, with so many different revenues to source things where, maybe if you're buying it online, you're not 100% sure of the authenticity or the quality of it. Or, specifically if you were to go down to the bodega and buy some Duracell batteries, they just don't last as long. And this is a good way of knowing exactly what you're getting.
Speaking of sound devices, TK, what do you got?
We've got some updates. The Super Nexus is available now. Please call us for pricing. That's going to be a wideband true diversity rack receiver with remote control, hex antenna diversity, and real-time spectral analysis. So that's a lovely part there. And also, the Outpost Nextlink is available for pre-order, so you can get that in with us now. ETA on that is going to be August, and this is going to allow you to remote mount the Nextlink antennas via Ethernet for your Super Nexus or A20 Nexus receivers. So very specific in that. But yeah, give us a shout if you'd like to get a pre-order in for the Nextlink.
Sweet. The Wavenet from Neso, the 2.4 gigahertz miniature ear transducers that can fit either in the ear or behind the ear, I should say. Runs on 2.4 gig, is FCC certified for 282 milliwatts.
That's a lot of milliwatts.
I've used this in Times Square. I am a big fan of this product.
And contact us for demos of this.
Yeah.
And you were doing some crazy calculations about how this converts to dBMs.
Yes.
Did you want to share that?
Give us the math.
What did we say, Jared? 24.5.
Also known as 1 Pikachu.
That's right. dBm.
Effectively.
If we're going to go down the dBm rabbit hole, if one were to use it with one of those high gain 2.4 gig antennas.
The CP beam.
Yeah. Do we know how much gain the CP beam has?
2 Pikachus.
It's 12 dB of gain.
That's a lot of gain.
Okay. So what do we say? 24.5. So plus 12.
36.
36. So now
Wow.
if we convert that back to dBm, back to milliwatts, dBm, again, using a handy dBm to milliwatt converter, that is 4 watts.
4 watts?
Yeah.
Whole watts. Okay.
That's a walkie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
massive power.
Yeah. Roughly 4 watts.
The power. Wow, that is
Yeah.
one powerful earwig system. Okay.
Definitely against FCC regulations. And really one thing that absolutely irritates me is when people then put amplifiers on top of that. So, I mean, at 2.4 gigahertz, like you're now entering in like microwave cooking food territory at, 4 watts plus an amp. And spewing RF everywhere.
Right. Ruining people's follow focus. You're potentially impacting
Yeah.
wireless video transmission and Wi-Fi. And nobody likes to have their Wi-Fi messed with. Also available for demo now in New York and Atlanta, as well as rent. We have the DPA 2017 shotgun microphone. This is the latest shotgun microphone available from DPA. Retails for $995.
And we did a video together, A being the 2017 against another microphone.
Yeah. Yep. That's available online, so you can check that out too. Holds up well.
Yep. Absolutely.
If you are in the market for a new shotgun microphone and want to try it out, we are, just to get on my soapbox for a second, we are huge proponents of the test drive. I am really I love it when people say, oh, I don't know. And then they take it and they try it and they say, I like it. Or this isn't the right thing for me. And then they find what is the right thing for them. Because what we really want is to people for the sound equipment to find their forever homes.
An informed decision is the best decision.
It's really the only way you can figure out if you like something or something works for you in your workflow.
Right. So anyway, contact us for a demo or rental, and we have all sorts of programs for, renting something and applying the cost to a purchase and, however. So.
All right, we have some new stuff from K-Tek. They have the Stingray X front pouch, the Stingray X antenna pouch redesign. There's also the KC108cc boom pole cabled with a bottom exit on that. The boom cradle redesign, which is updated for larger diameter boom poles, pretty much the KP lineup, and the Mighty Boom counterweight.
If you haven't tried counterweights on a boom pole, I definitely recommend, speaking of trying before buying. Kevin Churchiai, he had it on his boom pole at NAB, and I tried it, as part of the EasyRig thing. And
it really counterbalances it?
Yeah, it's physics. Crazy.
Right. These are all available now, so if you're interested, reach out. We'll get you this new K-Tek stuff.
Sennheiser G4 100 officially discontinued.
And gone.
Gone. No stock remaining. End of an era.
So Sennheiser has some other options. The G4 500 series, which I think is still a great value because it comes with that Mickey 2 Lav, is still available. Backwards compatible with the G4 100s. And then Sennheiser also has the EWDPs. At some point, we will have to do a roundup of the under $1,000 wireless systems available.
Agreed.
Coming soon to a YouTube near you.
Asterisk, at the time of recording, we may still have one G4 100 set in Atlanta.
What block might that be?
A1.
Ah, A1. It is how steak is done. Zoom Essential Recorder accessories coming soon. The H6E capsules that will be available are, number one, the dual XLR TRS input module to go on the top to expand your number of balanced inputs, and also the stereo shotgun microphone capsule. Also, accessory packs will be available for each Essential Series recorder that will contain a windscreen, case, AC adapter, and USB cable. Available soon. Zoom Essentials audio recorder accessories. Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom.
I'm a fan of that XLR adapter. You get knobs, individual level controls on the XLRs.
Yeah, honestly, like Zoom has, they really created that handy recorder market and have kept it. No matter how many people have come after it and tried to make a better mousetrap, Zoom makes the best mousetraps.
You know what the secret is for me? When you turn it off, it says, goodbye, see you.
Oh,
It
that's
does.
nice.
Yeah.
That's
Comforting.
cute.
So Shure has updated their dynamic capsules to the Nexadyne capsule, and it is now available for handheld bodies for Axient, for ULXD, QLXD, and SLXD in cardioid and supercardioid.
And really anything that will accept a Shure capsule. There are other wireless brands
That's
that
right.
either use an adapter
Yeah.
or natively accept the Shure capsules, and we often will pair a competitor's wireless with the Shure capsules because the Shure capsules are just so Shure capsule-y.
That's right. I always loved Ambient made that adapter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remote audio. They have the Rainman sale going on for 15% off selected waterproof boom mic covers, transmitter sleeves, and mounts. Also, the Hollyland Lark 2 M2 wireless system is 22% off. Lots of twos in that. But yes, if you're interested in either one of these sales, please reach out.
Nice. August 9th here at Gotham, New York is the open house with EasyRig. So they come check out the EasyRig. Kyle Heffernan from 16x9 will be here to show it off.
Yeah, light lunch and refreshments served. And, again, one of those opportunities to put hands on something before you make an investment. It's cool.
I think it's a very bold choice of us to have the open house here. If you haven't been here, you should come. But it's filled with lots of obstacles, so I'm a little terrified.
All right. So tip of the month.
Yeah.
Tips of the month. So first off, we're calling this hashtag sound setwear. So what we mean is, my tip of the month is to wear appropriate clothes and shoes. So for filming of this, pink was obviously the right choice for in studio, but maybe I wouldn't wear these on set. So, it's really just dress appropriately. Make sure you have something that's going to keep you warm. Make sure with the weather the way it's been, that's going to keep you cool and dry. Maybe have a change of clothes standing by and say something
change of
that's
socks,
crazy.
especially.
Change of socks.
Change of underwear, yeah.
But really just dress for the environment that you're in or going to be in. And always be prepared in that way so that you are comfortable and healthy and safe.
I like it.
Yeah. If you have a pair of shoes that you love or a particular set outfit, you're just like, this is the ultimate, share it with us at Gotham Sound, hashtag SoundSetwear, and we will shout you out. And yes, this is a shameless social media interaction promotion.
One of my fondest memories, shooting a TV pilot in Berlin. It was like a big sci-fi thing. This is back in the 90s. And we were at an airport in Berlin, and all of a sudden the topic of shoes came up. I had noticed on the way to the airport, I'm a fan of Mephisto shoes. That's what I wear. They're good for my feet.
You're going to have to stretch further than that, Pete.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Mephisto. Nice. Sensible.
I was saying I saw a Mephisto store on the way to the airport. And so just picture this big action movie all of a sudden shuts down while me and the director and the AD all talk about shoes and how much we appreciate the Mephisto brand and where was this store. And this was like as if nothing else was going on. It was... and we actually finished the day for what it's worth and finished the shoot on time. But that was perfectly acceptable because shoes are that important.
Mephisto Peter Schneider now accepting sponsorship
Sponsorships,
opportunities.
yes.
I mean, it really is amazing what a difference a a good pair of shoes can make, and conversely, what a difference a bad pair of shoes can
forget
make.
it. Yeah, I can't.
Especially if you're if you're a boom operator or if you're an E&G person, you're on your feet all day.
Yeah.
Like,
Huge.
I don't know. After NAB, I try and wear some nicer looking shoes, and I always regret it.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
At Gotham Sound, #SoundSetwear. We'll shout you out. Shameless promotion, but also learning opportunity.
By the way, my suggestion for hashtag was #show us your feet, which nobody went for.
Okay, what's your tip, Peter?
I, for the last month, have been working as part of the RF coordination team at some events. The first one was the Belmont Stakes at Saratoga this year. Second one was the NATO conference in Washington, D.C. And so the tip I am bringing to the community is at both of those events and at other large coordinated events, there are two brands of wireless mic that are forbidden from the premises, from the coordinated area, which are the Deity system and the Sennheiser AVX system. And I think it's worth talking about why and what you can do. So I suppose the first tip regarding this is bring an XLR cable. Just be prepared. If you are doing sound at one of these events, bring an XLR cable. Be prepared to go hardwired.
That's a good tip for anything.
Yes. There's a whole host of micro tips, which I don't think we have time for now. But I would say assume that the large event you're going to is coordinated. Assume that it is your responsibility to figure out who the RF coordinator is, and insist that production do the same and register early for that to request your frequencies. The earlier you request frequencies, the more likely that you will be able to be granted frequencies if they are available. Now, on to the specific issues with Sennheiser AVX. I'll start with that. Sennheiser AVX is a decked frequency band product. It's got a blue tip on the transmitter, I think on the transmitter, definitely on the receiver, which often is confused with being Bluetooth. But it is not Bluetooth. Bluetooth is 2.4 gig. The AVX systems are 1.9 gig. They are not particularly efficient at it either. And there's all kinds of technical details, which if you're interested in knowing, put your comments in the comment section. But because they're decked frequencies, so are wireless intercoms, such as Riedel and FreeSpeak. And so they can interfere with those systems, and so they were forbidden. Next up is Deity Theos, which has a large RF footprint, such that it does not allow for other systems or as many systems to be coordinated in that same space. It's got 800 kilohertz spacing. And so there's just less spectrum available for other wireless mics. So unfortunately, at these events and others that this particular company, CP Communications, that I was loaned out to, they forbid them, and I absolutely understand their position on that and agree with it.
And that's not to say that people with those systems should, run out and dump them. It's just to say it's something to be aware of if you're going to be at these large events. For your, normal day-to-day, if you've been using them, you should be able to keep using them just fine. It is specifically for these large coordinated events.
1,000%, yes. No, those microphone systems have their place, and they are popular for a reason, because they work. They just don't play nice with others at these high-density coordinated events. On a side note, people with Rode Goes and DJI Wireless and I even saw some Holyland Larks there. They were absolutely permitted to be operated. There was nothing that the coordination team could do if they had issues, but they were absolutely permitted. I felt especially bad at NATO. There was one reporter team that I saw that they were using the AVX, and so I walked up to them and I said, "I'm sorry, those are not permitted. Please stop using them." And the sound person said, "Oh, don't worry, I have a backup," and they took out their Deity Theos. And I just said, "Look, I'm not giving you a hard time." but that's also not permitted.
Uh,
The other tip, check in with the RF coordination team. Just because you've registered for frequencies, you still have to check in with the actual desk so that we can put a tag on your antennas so that we know that you're operating at the permitted frequencies. We'll also check frequencies. And this doesn't apply to most of the people watching this, but we'll help you tune the wireless to those frequencies.
So are you saying that the people that are doing the RF art coordination are also like understand how to use all of the different wireless systems out there?
There's a concerted effort to know all of the models. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
That's impressive.
And it behooves everybody, and we absolutely understand a lot of crews that get the equipment from their equipment manager or whatever haven't changed the frequency before, so we're happy to help.
Wow.
It helps everybody.
I did not expect that.
Yep.
That is very cool.
This is not something I do regularly, but the first time I had to change a frequency, the camera person was like, "I'm going live in 4 minutes. Can you do it in 4 minutes?" I could try.
No.
I could try.
It's like we'll find out in 3:59.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
TK, what do you got?
For me, tip of the month is to check in with your people. Don't want to go too much into it, but in light of recent events, it's just always good to make sure you are reaching out to those in your circle, and sometimes just opening yourself up to be a resource to others. So yeah, definitely make sure you check up on your people, reach out to those, send them a text, G-chat, whatever it is that you need to do to communicate. But it's always a great thing to do.
And it's good for your people, and it's good for you. I think that we are a community, and a lot of times we only see people at work, and if we're not working, it's easy to lose touch. And I think for all of our own sanity, let's keep in touch.
Yeah, absolutely. You never know what people are going through.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd 1,000% rather regret being awkward and reaching out to somebody than not reaching out to them. So yeah, by all means. All right.
It was awkward.
Thank you for making it this far. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, TK. Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Jared. By all means, if you have questions or comments or want to see us talk about something in more detail, put your notes in the comments down below. More videos at gothamsound.tv, and subscribe so you are notified right away. Follow us at Gotham Sound. If you have ideas for events or live streams, info@gothamsound.com. Thanks for watching. It is now available for handheld bodies.
Could be the Bob Ross painting that you bring around with you everywhere. Who knows? I've been watching a lot of Bob Ross on TV. Sorry.
Throw in the He-Man graphic.
Give us the tea, TK. New segment.
No.
All right.
The
and we
tea
have
with TK. No, it's a great idea. Oh, I love it. I'm so ready.